Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we are back on the dev server and having a look at a new little vehicle. This is the Sd.Kfz.222 and this is the Chinese edition. So there's a German one coming in, which is this one right here, which is at 1.7, and then there's also a Chinese one, which is coming in too. But this one's at 1.3, and the key difference between this one and the German one is the gun. The guns are different on each of them, and also I suppose the optics as well and the way that they're set up. The German one has access to the KWK-38 20mm, whereas the Chinese one gets access to the KWK-30. What this means is that this one has a lower fire rate. It fires 280 rounds a minute, where this fires 450 rounds per minute, but also I believe this one has a larger magazine, so therefore lower fire rate, but you can sustain it over a longer period of time. The Chinese 222 also has access to a driver, commander, and gunner scenario, so 3-man crew, and also a technical coaxial 7.92mm MG13 Dre's machine gun. Also, the 75 horsepower engine in it to chug along the 3.8 ton machine. That's kind of interesting because this one is 5 tons with the 90 horsepower engine. So definitely will be different in its general mobility and how it flies around the place. Whether it will be better or worse, we'll have to see. But since it's at a lower BR, obviously it isn't as effective, or at least in the minds of Gaijin, as effective as the other one. The big thing about the gun, though, talking about, you know, the fire rates and the magazine size and all of these things, pales in comparison to the fact that this 222 does not have access to HVAP. So the best round you get is this APIT in order to kill vehicles in, and it pens 37, 28, 14, which isn't that bad at the level, but if you get up tiered, or if you run into a heavy tank, it's time for you to take these wheels and run, because it's not going to go too well for you. It does have Hefi as well, because this thing is technically an AA, so you're supposed to use it to kill aircraft, and at this BR a lot of people fly biplanes and they fly them very slowly, so it should be very easy to take them out, but at the same time, you know, without that HVAP, it means that you don't have the killing power, which can be super useful for a vehicle like this. It also only gets 3 camouflages: the standard, the green, yellow, black, and also the winter one, which, you know, it would be nice to have a bit more variation in my opinion, but maybe one day we'll be able to enjoy a bit more. And in the tech tree, it is put before the CCKW353 since it's technically an AA. You do actually have a pretty nice little lineup around it though: the M8 HMC, and then also the Chi-Ha, which you can bring along, and then of course the reserves as well. Apart from that, you're pretty limited in terms of support from the air and also support from other areas. But I'm very happy that 222 is coming in. I'm completely fine with it coming in 2 separate versions, just because it was promised to the Chinese a very long time ago, years and years and years ago, when the Chinese tech tree was supposed to come out. So the German one is technically a little bit of a bonus. And just to show you the fire rate of this gun, it's still pretty decent. Like it's not like something which is too bad. Obviously I'm not the best AA player in the world, so hitting things with this may be a bit of a problem. But attacking ground targets and stuff, the way that I've always dealt with these things is 1 clip or 1 magazine per ground vehicle, you know, killed, and that works the same with this 222 as it does with the other one. For me, it's a really nice vehicle. It's going to be super fun to play just because it's a little bit mobile. There's the auto cannons, which were always fun at the lower echelons, and hopefully there'll be people who will enjoy it a lot and start playing the Japanese tree because of it. The Japanese tree nowadays is filled with a lot of very fun vehicles. They've added a ton of stuff to it over the last years, and as I've said many times, China is one of those nations which has a lot of potential in War Thunder, and over the last little bit it's been really nice to see how it has been realized, and they've added just a metric ton of crazy stuff to it. The 222 is another block in the wall for Japan, and I'm sure people will enjoy it. and also we'll just try and do some silly things in it to win the battles. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Millie Draper, Juan the Panda, Nick R. Cupila, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie B. Young, Peter Grayling, Jerry Provolt, Bareen, Alan Hacker, Sem Arslan, Uncle Bean, Derek R. and Lafouche for supporting the channel.